Hey, how's it going? Today I want to talk to you about a concept that I've been playing around with. It's producing versus consuming. And I realize this is a pervasive topic. It touches upon more things than I thought I would, than I thought it would. Producing versus consuming is one of the kind of concepts that I came up with when I was thinking about what makes me happy. And what makes things good and worthwhile in this world. I know I'm getting deep already, but it comes down to when we're just spending all day, consuming media, consuming content, like watching YouTube videos, watching anime, watching TV shows, playing video games. I mean, it's good fun for a while. We can get stuck in consuming things for quite a long time, but I feel like for a lot of people who, have done that for a while, like me, you'll know that eventually you kind of get sick of it. You kind of get sick of just consuming, and you want to end up doing something else. And obviously, the opposite of consuming is producing. You want to produce stuff. You want to make art. You want to create YouTube videos. You want to make music or just, enjoy life somehow. And that's what brings me to this weird connection that I made that producing and consuming applies even to conversations. When you have a good conversation, it seems that because I'm not a good conversationalist, I'm not, and I'm not an expert in anything that I'm talking about, but it seems that when you have a good conversation, it's when both people are producing that good conversation with each other. They're both producers of conversation. And I mean that as in one person is producing content, vibe, and all the other things that go in a good conversation, and the other person reciprocates by also creating vibe, content, and they bounce off each other in this way. When one person is only trying to consume, they're consuming vibe, they're consuming content, just listening and not really replying, that you can't have a good conversation or you don't want to. When one person, it's subtle in ways too. When you say hi to somebody and say, how are you doing? In a way that is consuming, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but you know it when it happens. Let's say I'm going into a conversation and I don't feel comfortable in the social environment, so I continue to talk to people and try to be friendly with them, but the underlying reason why I'm doing that is so that I can get, let's say, social validation from others, letting myself know that I am welcome in the social environment. When I'm doing that, I am being a consumer of a conversation. I'm not actually looking to connect and create a productive conversation with the people that I'm talking to. I'm only looking to consume whatever good vibe or content or attention that I can get from this person, and that's what makes them over time want to associate with me less and less, right? So you can do that from that perspective where you have so many insecurities that come out and you're looking to consume a vibe so that you can sate that insecurity. Oh, okay, so I do actually belong here, I guess. Like, people do actually like me, but what about now? And then you consume all over again, and it just keeps flowing out of you, and that's what people mean by energy vampire, right? You're just consuming conversation. On the other hand, when you're starting a conversation and you're the one talking about yourself constantly, you are seeking to consume that person's attention. And that also does not necessarily create a good conversation. When you're always constantly talking about yourself, you're not consuming the vibe necessarily, but you're consuming their attention. There's no back and forth to be had. So the other person is just standing there getting the attention sucked out of them, their social attention. And some people, although it may not be articulated this way, they can absolutely tell and they'll want to stop talking with you. I personally don't have that problem, but I know a number of people who do. So, in order to be a good conversationalist, this is very vague, but it helps to come from a mindset of producing. What can I produce and offer the people that I'm talking to in social environments so that we both can benefit? I think coming from this mindset, I haven't explored it fully yet, being the recluse that I am. But I think coming from that mindset will produce a lot of thoughts going in the right direction when it comes to my journey of being more, capable when it comes to holding good conversation. I feel like that's an interesting concept. Maybe you haven't thought of it that way before. I certainly haven't thought of that in terms of social interaction, producing versus consuming. That's a new one to me too. So let me know in the comments below what you think about that one.